Alright guys, so I've got another AliExpress sale video here. So I've deliberately picked out some watches that are actually in the sale and are also hopefully ones that you haven't seen before, something a little bit different. So this one is the Omnion. This one I've actually got in at the moment in for review. I haven't got around to doing the full review yet, so I'm going to show you it now, chuck in some macro shots so you can at least see it a bit better and show what it's like on wrist. So they have this one, but this is the one I've got, the blue dial version. And it is a really interesting looking piece. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Christopher Ward C60 Sapphire. If you haven't seen that video, check that one out. It's one I reviewed a while back. Pretty interesting watch, but obviously this is a budget option. So they actually have a couple of different movement ones with this. You get the PT5000 or the SW200. But you can see the price jumps up quite a bit. So personally, I'd be going for the PT5000 because it is a really reliable movement in my experience. Got quite a few watches with them in now. So again, on top of the discount price, don't forget to use these coupons to get some more off. So when it comes to the specs, just scroll down and show you them. As you can see, some more pictures as well. Got a little bit of lume. It is initially quite bright like that, but it doesn't last all that long. And here's the actual specs. So we've got a fairly chunky watch. Not too bad when it comes to the diameter size, because the all-important one is that lug to lug, which is 49. So wears pretty well, as I'll show you my wrist. Comes on a nylon strap, obviously colour matched depending on which one you get. Again, I've got the blue one, which I do quite like, something a bit different. When it comes to the crystal on it, it's sapphire on the front and the back, which is a nice touch. And then we've got 200 meter water resistance as well. And there's another close-ups of the dial. Again, really nice, do like it a lot. Definitely something different. And there's one of the case back as well. Again, I'll probably chuck in some pictures, but you've got quite a lot on here, which will look quite good. Show the watch off quite well. So next up, we've got this Addiesdive. There's something a little bit interesting with this one. It says quick release there. You're probably thinking that's the bracelet. It kind of is, but not in the way you'd expect. So there we go. You can say quick release actual links, which is not something I've seen before. Something pretty interesting. Definitely something you don't usually get, especially on AliExpress. If you've seen anything else like this though before, let me know. When it comes to the actual watch itself, a couple of different dial options and handsets as well. So you can get it with the snowflake style hands and just applied indices, no numerals, just the dots. Or they do it with the Mercedes hands and different indices. So you should be able to find one you like, obviously different colours as well. And again, they've all got that quick release bracelet system. Got the NH38. Again, don't forget to do the coupons, get a little bit extra off. Also, I forgot to mention before, if you follow the stores, you tend to get sent discount coupons and stuff, so you'll get the best prices there as well. So when it comes to the rest of the specs, we've got 316L as you'd expect, 39mm diameter, nice compact lug to lug, 47.5, 12.5mm thick, 20mm lug width. Got sapphire crystal, all looking pretty good. BGW9. If it's anything like steel dive lume, that'll be pretty good. 100 meter water resistance. So, pretty nice option. Yeah, there's a picture of the lume. Looks like they used to do it on a leather strap as well, but obviously you want to be getting that bracelet. That's literally one of the main selling points of this watch. I think, yeah, there we go. It's actually a pressed clasp though, so you might want to swap that out for a milled one. Again, I'll leave a link down in the description so you can get a nice replacement clasp pretty cheaply. You can see on that picture as well, got a nice dome on that crystal. So, do you like that? You know I'm a sucker for a dome crystal. So again, pretty nice option. Next up, we've got this brand new Pagani Design. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of specs on this one because it's literally just come out, but it is a really interesting looking piece, I think. So, got a few different dial options. For me, this is the pick of the bunch, the gold and black. And you can see there we've got a PT5000 movement in this as well. So that's a high beat movement, clone of the ETA 2824. Got the white dial version with the gold hands again. This kind of, I'm not really sure what you call that colour. Maybe it's meant to be like a champagne kind of colour, maybe. Interesting. Not really sure if I like that one. Plus the hands don't look all that visible. And then obviously they do it on leather straps as well, but you can see the price doesn't really vary that much, so you definitely want to go for the bracelet. Plus, it looks like you get a free NATO strap as well, so you'll have a couple of straps even if you get the bracelet option. And again, don't forget to use the discount codes, the coupons, sorry, just to get it the best possible price. We've actually got a few real pictures in here as well. You can see we've got a nice dome on that crystal. Got 200 meter water resistance. Bracelet's looking pretty good. Fully brushed. Got female end links as well, which is always good to see. Yeah, there we go. So sapphire, as you expect with Pagani Design, and applied indices as well. See if we can find some more specs lower down. Yeah, so we've not got a lot of information. 12mm thick, as I say, 200 meter water resistance, 20mm lug width, but we don't know what the lug to lug is. But I would have thought it's probably going to be a 40mm maybe, probably around the 48mm lug to lug, based on most Pagani designs would have expected. But definitely an interesting option. And as I say, I do really like this one. Might have to try and get one in. Next up, we've got this Sea Knight Monster Homage. So I've not actually seen Sea Knight before, but based on these pictures, it's looking pretty similar to the Heimdallr version I had, especially this red one. So we've got the NH36, got that stainless steel bezel, a few different colour options as well, and you also get a nice free strap as well. So you can change it up straight out of the box. The loom's looking good too. If it's anything even close to the Heimdallr version, it should be pretty good. We've got a milled clasp there as well. So let's check out the specs. So you've got 200 meter water resistance, C3 loom. As I say, NH36, fully stainless steel, sapphire crystal. All looking good. Pretty nice size as well, similar to every other Monster Homage. Nothing out of the ordinary there. So definitely could be a good option for that price. Because if I remember rightly, it's quite a bit cheaper than the Heimdallr version. But I can't speak for the quality because I haven't tried one out myself. These are just ones that I thought would be interesting, but for that kind of price, I think it's a pretty good deal. And again, don't forget the coupons, get a bit more off, and follow the store as well. But let me know, what do you think? Have you got one of these? Have you seen one of these? Hang on a minute, that's interesting. Got a different name on the dial on some of them. Very interesting. Didn't see that before, so it'd be interesting to see what you get. Next up, we've got something a little bit special here. So this is the Red Star Bullhead chronograph. So you don't see many of these on AliExpress at all. In fact, I can't remember seeing another bullhead chronograph. If you do know one, let me know down in the comments. This is the first one I've seen. So it's using the Seagull ST1901, which you'll probably have a picture of. Yeah, there we go, I've got a picture of on the back there. While we're around here as well, you can see we've got an interesting strap design here. So it's a 20mm strap, but then it tapers to 18 and integrates into the case. So getting different straps to fit could be a bit of an issue. So you probably want to get the strap you want straight away, or I'd be going for, personally, the bracelet. It's actually the same price. So you're definitely better off with a bracelet, I think. If I was going to get one, this would be the pick of the bunch, the brown one. But again, some nice different options. Definitely got that 70s retro vibe to it. So let's take a look at this. Now, this is what I was saying. If you click follow, you will get a better price, get a bit of a discount, and obviously use those coupons again. Always make sure you check them when you're buying anything on AliExpress. So when it comes to the dimensions, you've got 42mm diameter, 15mm thick, so it's a pretty chunky one. Table length, I'm assuming that's the lug to lug, 45mm, nice and compact with those integrated lugs. And then, as I say, mentioned about that strap tapering down to 18mm for that integrated lug bit. You only got mineral crystal, but it does have a bit of AR apparently. Would have been nicer to have sapphire, but Again, kind of fits in with the retro look, I guess. As does that aluminium bezel. So let's just have a scroll down, get some more information, if there is anything, and just see them a bit closer up. There we go. This could be good. Yeah, mineral crystal. Only 30-meter water resistance as well. But again, not the kind of watch you're going to be getting wet, going swimming or anything. So that's perfectly fine. As I say, definitely something pretty unique in terms of AliExpress watches at least. And that's a bit weird. Heterosexual case as well. Okay. Something got lost in translation there. Bull's head bone as well. Okay. Bit of a weird one. But anyway, you get the idea. I wouldn't have thought the lume would be all that good. But again, this kind of watch, you don't really expect great lume. But anything is better than nothing, I guess. But definitely an interesting piece. We've got that nice top hat style crystal. That high polish case on the top anyway. I think the sides may be brushed possibly. The leather straps actually look quite nice. Nice bit of grain on them. But again, I'd probably be going for this bracelet. Yeah, it is brushed on the side of the case. Only a pressed clasp by the look of it. But again, easy enough to upgrade if you do want to. So definitely an interesting piece. Let me know, what do you think of it? Are you interested in it at all? Or is it just not your kind of thing? So next up we've got something a little bit different, something for the ladies, the woman in your life. So as I say, this is what I'm saying about when you follow the store. So because I follow the store here, I've got a fan exclusive discount. And obviously you can add discounts on top of that with the coupons and whatever coins and stuff you have. So this is a really interesting piece. As I say, ladies watch. So we've got, well, I'll go through that in a minute when we get further down. I'll show you the different dial options and different strap options. We've got a blue one with a white strap, a fully white one, and a fully blue one. So you can mix and match. When it comes to the specs, we've got the Seagull SK1620, which is not a movement I've seen before. Got 316L case, only mineral crystal, but it's all about the dimensions for a lady's watch. Got 38mm, 12mm thick, might be a touch thick for some people, but let me know if you are a lady, if you do watch the channel. I know there's only a couple of you. Would you wear a watch that's 12mm thick? It's nice and light though. Got 50-meter water resistance, 20mm lug width, and 46mm lug to lug. But I think it is quite a nice looking dial though. And again, you've got that open heart kind of style, but obviously with the Seestern, which is a nice little design touch, with it being a Seestern watch. Other than that though, the dial does kind of remind me of a Seiko, the cocktail times. Very similar, in fact, to the Reef Tiger one I have, which is actually this colour. If you haven't seen that video, that was a while back. If you've been around for a while, you know which one I mean. But it does look nicely done. Did they have a close-up of the... Oh, there we go, there's a close-up of the case back. Looks pretty nicely finished. Skeletonized rotor as well. Nice bit of decoration on it. And we've actually got a quick release as well on that strap. And a nice onion style crown. So I think it's a pretty nice option. Definitely something a little bit different. So we've done a watch for the woman in your life, now let's do one for the kids. So this is just a little fun one. So you might recognise this kind of design. It's similar to something I reviewed a while back from, I think it was Happiewatch. They do a very similar with the jewel crown and then like the eyes and stuff. But if you haven't seen that one, check that one out. I'll probably leave a link to it somewhere. So there's a couple of different options here. Just both of them as dogs, two different styles. And again, as I say, the eyes will tell the time. One for the hours, one for the minutes. Something a bit fun for the kids. And it's a pretty cheap watch as well. So if they do end up breaking it, it's not too big a deal. So it's only an alloy case. A little bit disappointing. Stainless steel would have been nicer. But again, for that kind of price, you can't really expect too much. It's nice and slim, 8mm. 39mm case diameter, might be a touch big for really young kids. Only mineral crystal. But again, it's just a bit of fun. And you could always wear one yourself if you're into that kind of thing, something a bit of fun. If you're just a big kid at heart. There's a close-up of the dial. You can see we've got a nice bit of detailing on certain parts of it. Actually got the applied branding as well. Strap looks quite nice. And then a bit of information on the case back. Not something you can take too seriously. And as I say, probably going to be ideal for kids. But that's it for this, guys. So, as I say, these are hopefully something a little bit different, something you've not seen before. Tried to throw in some ones, as I say, that you don't see on a lot of other videos. I know some of them are a little bit silly, like this one, obviously, but hopefully you enjoyed most of these, and you haven't seen them all before. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.